All right, listen up. This is a Code Ninja security advisory, and it's urgent. We're tracking an active and critical threat right now out in the wild.
What we're looking at here is a pretty sophisticated supply chain compromise. If you're running anything in a DevSecOps environment, you need to pay close attention. I'm serious. This is not a drill.
Okay, let's get right into it. Phase 1, threat identification. We're going to break down exactly what this vulnerability is and walk through the timeline of the attack. So, the official designation is CVE-2026-334. The target here was Trivy, which, you probably know, is a really common open-source security scanner. The attackers managed to compromise the official release channels. They injected malware directly into the releases, and its sole purpose was to steal credentials and secrets straight from your CI/CD pipelines.
Okay, pay attention. Here are the affected assets. You need to be checking your environment against this list like right now. This attack was incredibly comprehensive. They didn't just hit one thing, they targeted the Trivy binary, the container, and 2 different GitHub actions, Trivy action and setup Trivy. And get this, for Trivy action, 76 out of 77 tags were compromised. That's almost all of them.
You gotta understand, this was not a smash and grab job. The adversary was patient. They got their initial foothold way back in late February, but the real linchpin, the critical mistake, was a botched credential rotation on March 1st. That single error left the door wide open for almost 3 weeks. Then on March 19th, the attacker pulled the trigger and launched the full-scale attack. The CVE didn't even get published until the 23rd, and by then, the damage was already spreading. Just look at OwnCloud. They confirmed they were compromised only 5 days after that.
So why are we putting this out there? It's simple, really. 2 reasons. First, we need to give you the intel you need to start mitigating this immediately. And second, we're putting public pressure on the vendor to get a comprehensive and fully transparent patch out the door. That's what coordinated vulnerability disclosure is all about.
All right, moving on. Phase 2, comms check. Before we go any deeper, it's absolutely critical that we establish a secure channel for ongoing intel. This is standard procedure.
Okay, I need you to execute the following protocol, no exceptions. Step 1, subscribe and hit that notification bell. That's how you establish a secure link for real-time intel. Step 2, hit the like button. Consider that your formal ACK that you've received this advisory. And Step 3, report your status in the comments. This is non-negotiable. We need that data to map the blast radius.
Look, we need a quick census here. Drop a comment below and report your status. Just a simple, patched, vulnerable, or investigating is all we need. Every single comment helps the entire community understand just how wide this thing is spread. Don't wait, do it now.
Okay, comms check complete. Thanks for that. Now, let's get into Phase 3, the deep dive. We're going to really dig into the attack vector here and lay out the exact mitigation protocol you need to follow.
You know, one of the parties that got hit, OwnCloud, said something that it perfectly captures how insidious this attack was. Think about it. A tool that's designed to protect you was literally turned into a weapon against you. This is the world we live in now. This is the reality of supply chain threats.
So let's break down the blast radius. The number 1 threat here is credential theft, plain and simple. How'd they do it? They exploited mutable version tags in GitHub Actions. You know, the ones that can be changed. That let them swap out the legitimate code for their own malware. The root cause? It all goes back to that sloppy security procedure we talked about, a non-atomic credential rotation. And they went for maximum damage, hitting the binary, the container, and several GitHub actions all at the same time.
If you want a real-world example of the damage, just look at OwnCloud. This is a perfect and frankly, a scary case study. The attackers almost certainly got their hands on credentials for OwnCloud's build and release infrastructure. Now the good news is, no customer data or source code was touched, but the operational hit, it was massive. They had to pull every single build made after March 19th and halt all new releases. And listen, if you're using the OCS rolling image, you have to assume it's compromised. Take action immediately.
Okay, time to go threat hunting. I'm going to give you the key indicators of compromise, your IOCs. First, and this is a big one, search your entire GitHub org for a repo named tpcpdocs. The malware used this as a fallback to get data out. If you see it, you've been breached. It's that simple. Second, go audit all of your workflow logs from March 19th and 20th. And third, keep a close eye on your network traffic. Look for any weird outbound connections from your CI/CD runners whenever Trivy was running.
All right, here is your mitigation protocol. I need to be clear. These actions are not optional, they are mandatory. Number 1, rotate all your secrets. Assume everything accessible to your CI/CD pipelines is compromised. Number 2, Purge the malicious artifacts. Find every affected Trivy version, every action cache, and get them out of your environment. 3. Do that deep dive audit of your workflows. And 4, this is your long-term fix, so listen up, stop using mutable tags. From now on, you pin all GitHub actions to their full immutable commit SHA hashes, period.
When you're ready to patch, you need to use these specific verified safe versions. For the Trivy binary, you're rolling back to either 0.69.2 or 0.693. For the Trivy action, you need to upgrade to 0.35.0. And for setup Trivy, you're using version 0.2.6, but make absolutely sure it's the new safe commit. I'm going to say it again. Do not deviate from this list.
Okay, we're almost done. Phase 4 is the sign-off. Just a quick word on why we do this.
Look, we operate under a very simple code here. You, the user, have a right to know when you're at risk. We release this information to empower you, the defender on the ground, so you can take the actions you need to take to secure your perimeter. Standing silent when there's a compromise, that only helps the bad guys.
That's all the intel we have for now. Your orders are clear. Implement the protocol, report your status, and keep monitoring this channel for any updates. Stay vigilant, stay secure.